So John, Craig Mackail-Smith, tell us all about it. How did it happen?
It goes back a little while, to be fair. I spoke to Craig in the close season, and to be fair, at first not about coming to Luton. Obviously Craig's one of my old players, and like lots of my old players, you keep in touch, and so, and just a general really. Talk about things. Anyway, I think about a week or two later, I just thought, well, I know that he wasn't going to be retained at Brighton, so I thought, well, let's have a quick word with him and just throw something at him that might or may not bring something to the table. And I just said, look, Craig, I don't know what you're going to do or what you're not going to do, but always remember that we'd be keen to talk if you wanted to talk to us. May have bigger fish to fry, but don't be afraid to ring me. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to keep on your case and whatever. But you tell me if it's something that would be of interest, and that was how it was. A bit of summer went on when you're doing your bits with players and whatever, and Craig and I had a conversation, and really it was a case of me saying, look, why don't you come in, why don't you do a little bit of training, and just see how you feel, and we'll see how we feel. We hadn't spoken terms or anything, because I say, I have a really good relationship with Craig, really good. And look, if you're not sure what you want to do, or you're not sure if the deal you're looking at's the right deal, you need to train, come and train with us. And he come in for a couple of days, and just in conversation about going to Portugal. And I said, look, quite happy for you to come to Portugal with us if you want to, but if you're never going to come and play for Luton, I'd sooner take somebody else. But if this is something that you really want to give some time to, then I think it's a great opportunity for you to see a bit more of us, and we can look at your fitness, and just see where we all are. And while we came away, and while we were away, obviously a bit of time together, and Craig made it quite clear that he was really interested in coming. So I said, okay, let's get back, and I'll have a chat with Gary, and we see where we are. And I think pretty quickly from getting back, Craig said that there was nothing really that he wanted to do that had interested him other than Luton. So we sat down with him. We didn't talk sort of particularly terms. We just spoke about our ambition, the club's ambition. Obviously he knows me, so we had a talk about that. He came back within a few days and said that he'd be happy to do something with Luton Town. So what we said, we agreed on talking properly this Monday gone, and very quickly we spoke terms. He agreed it, he signed it, and he's our player. And the one thing I'll say for Craig and to the club, like, it was such to people that don't perhaps understand how things work sometimes, it really was an easy process. He was here, he liked it here, he trained here, sort of the club, the ambition of the club, he knows me, and as I said, he decided this is where he wanted to be, and I think that the timing, if you like, for some people away from the club might not be the time they thought, oh, is he going to come, is he going to come? But there's a process to go through, and it's important you go through that process. And I didn't want to sort of bash his door down. He said that Luton was the place for him. We said, okay, let's sort of sit down and talk about it. We spoke about terms, and we agreed that, say, this last Monday, that we would sort of finalise things, you know, cross T's and dot I's type of thing. And for the club, I think it's fitted in really nicely. And maybe in the talks that we were having, it was always a case of, you know, to get the week before the season, where there's a new sponsor, a new shirt, and a new player that's, with greatest respect, an international player. So everything's fitted in nicely, and it's very difficult for me. People ask me the question, you know, all the time: Craig Mackail-Smith, Craig Mackail-Smith, Craig Mackail-Smith. And I've said all along, well, we just have to wait. And it's important that you respect, you know, confidences, and you respect how people want it to happen. That's the club as well. You know, we want it to happen right for the club, and I think this is a fantastic time to announce it. You know, the Saturday before the season starts, new sponsor, new shirt, new player, and as I said, it's, you know, both sides. I mean, I think the club is a club. We approached it right. We wasn't on his case every minute of the day, and I think for his point of view, once he came down and he saw what we were about, not so much myself because he knows me, the club, you know, spoke to Gary about the ambition of the club. You know, I think he made his mind up, I think, quite quickly, really. I think that it was and once he'd made his mind up, it was just a case really of, you know, just dotting I's and crossing T's last Monday, and here we are today.
And in terms of the shape of the squad now, adding a proven goal scorer like Craig to the mix, you must be very pleased with how the summer signings have gone.
I have. You know, it's always difficult, isn't it, that, you know, we had, you know, we've had 2 years of progress. We won our league, and so we've gone from being the best team in the conference to the 8th best team in Div 2. Well, that's great progress, and you know, it's been important along the way that, you know, we try and do it right, and I feel we have done it right. You know, I do like young, hungry players, and I still want young, hungry players, and we still have young, hungry players. And you know, some of the young, hungry players have grown. I mean, Elliot Justin came in from East Thurrock and has done really, really well. So really pleased with that. And Liango, although we haven't signed him, we've sold him. You know, we've sold a player for money that's never played a game for us. But he was another one that we brought in and worked with every day of the week, although he played for Boreham Wood. He wanted to try something else, so good luck to him. But that's another young player we found. We felt this year that we perhaps needed to top up the top end, because we got a few injuries last year, and some of the young ones weren't quite ready. That's not their fault. That's just the way the situation is. A very unusual situation to go into games, I think, as we did at some time without our 2 centre halves. We had a left back that needed an operation. We had Doyle that was out for a while, Smith, Gutteridge, Benson, Lawless. It was just one of them things, very unusual, but that happened. We'll try to safeguard it against this year by bringing in top-end players, but we've still gone out and got a young one in Jack Marriott. Still made Isaac Galliford and Luke Trotman professionals. And, you know, if I see something out there that's playing the lower leagues that I think has potential to become a good player, we're still going to go down that line. But, you know, it's been a busy summer, very busy summer, and bringing that amount of players in, it takes a while to bed in, but been pleased with, you know, pre-season. The training's been very good. The games we've played quite well in, you know, and improved and improved and improved. We'll be ready at the start of the season, but I always say the same thing: take 6, 7, 8 games into the season for you to really get into the swing of things, and I don't see anything different this year.
John Steele, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.